Well, to Queensland now, where the tourist industry is enjoying a small lift in local travellers as the state government opens the border to the ACT. But the Sunshine State, of course, is still closed to most Australians, and operators there warn that that won't be nearly enough to support the $27 billion tourist industry, and a border reopening with New South Wales will be crucial in time for summer. Well, Julia Bradley reports.
A steady stream of customers waiting to experience a new thrill. It's a sight tourism operator Tane Thompson has been desperate to see.
The 3.5 months that were closed were very difficult, obviously a massive financial burden to the business.
Infinity is one of the state's top tourist attractions and a must-see while in surfers' paradise. It's a 20-year-old family business. Tane's father, Greg, began a love affair with light shows and interactive environments in primary school. It extended to university, where he would charge his peers and lecturers to enter his out-of-this-world experiences.
Well, we've always said to our staff in their training, you give up a right to have a bad day when you come to Infinity because you're selling fun. So everyone's happy, they're on holidays, and it's a great fun experience.
Visitor traffic has been hollowed out like never before. In fact, the business is staying afloat thanks to Queenslanders supporting Queenslanders.
Toowoomba.
Harvey Bay. Very important. Like, got to put money back into Queensland. Obviously, we're missing out on the tourists, but it's really nice actually to come out and feel safe too.
And it left us surprised how much the Queensland market and the Gold Coast local market really helped out and came to the Gold Coast, so we've got to be very thankful to them. Our Gold Coast and Brisbane market is up between 40 and 70% on normal trading times.
Down the road, Michael Gilmore and his wife operate Jet Boat Extreme.
That's right, all right.
He agrees local traffic won't be enough to support their business long term.
It's pretty major because in the winter months we get flooded with Melbourne and quite a bit of business out of Sydney as well. So we've missed out on all that.
Queensland is currently open to Western Australia, South Australia, Tasmania and the Northern Territory. The ACT joined the list on Friday. But Victoria and New South Wales are the state's two biggest domestic markets.
Last year, 2019, tourism in Queensland generated almost $27 billion worth of income for the state, and that feeds many mouths. It's many, many jobs, hundreds of thousands of jobs that rely on this, tens of thousands of businesses that thrive on that.
Australia's largest hotel group, Accor, predict that if the border with New South Wales stays closed, 70% of Queensland's hotel rooms and apartments will be vacant over summer, which could lead to closures within the first 6 months of next year. And as other states such as South Australia reopen to New South Wales, there are fears Queensland will miss the boat.
There's no doubt that Australians are looking to organise their end-of-year holiday and start of next year holiday, and everyone's so keen to do that. Queensland is in a great position product-wise, but unless it can give certainty to border openings, people are going to place their bookings in other states and other regions, and sadly that's going to affect a lot of businesses in Queensland if people can't get the certainty.
It's highly unlikely the border will reopen to New South Wales before the Queensland election on October 31. The state's chief health officer says there'll need to be 28 days of no community transmission in New South Wales before they'll consider opening up again.
The wonderful thing about tourism, it's a very optimistic sector. It's been through many crises. It stays together. It carries the heavy burden. But no, I think the spirit is still there. It's exhausting. It's tough. And many people have got enormous pressure, particularly on cash flow. But I have no doubt that the industry itself will bounce back. But we have to make sure the industry gets through. You know, that's the real issue now, is making sure that those that are in the industry get through to the other side.
For many Gold Coast operators, the other side can't come soon enough. Julia Bradley, Sky News, Gold Coast.
And that's all for the show this